Guys, so you're thinking of buying a new Casio watch and you're so interested in all of these new features of the watch that has been around for 40 or 50 or whatever years. But I'm here to spill the beans on what you will actually find useful. So let's take a super generic watch like in my case it's this 7900, but it could just as easily be a G-Shock or whatever G-Shock. And when you're still buying it, it's like buying a microwave when you are looking at all these buttons and all these modes, when in reality you'll just be setting it for like 1 or 2 or 3 minutes and that's it. You will never be using all those modes. The top modes I've been using is actually the timer, which I've been able to set for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and in the 7900 it's actually quite easy because they splurged out and they made 2 buttons, one to increase the timer and one to decrease it. Whereas in another watch I have, which I won't mention, also made by Casio, there's just the 1 button to increase it. So if you want to say, if it's set to 10 minutes and you want to set it to 5 minutes, then you have to keep clicking that uncomfortable button until it's like 120 or something and it goes full circle. And that's super annoying. So yeah, back to my original point, like what features will you be using in your Casio watch? So yeah, of course the time. If you live in a multi-band 6 region where the radio tower is near you, and this watch will set automatically, yeah, you will be using the multi-band 6. But and I'm just on the edge of that to make it to where I thought it would be useful, but where it's not useful. I think it worked like once, maybe. I'm not sure. And I thought that at the time, oh, I will use these apps that will set it there are these emulator apps for Android and iOS, which if you place the watch near to the app, then it will create some sort of noise from the phone speakers and it will emulate the radio signal. And I've been successful in doing that. But the hard truth is that it's actually way quicker. It's like 20 times quicker to just open the world timer on a web browser and then once go to the set time on your watch, and once the new minute starts, when you're in the seconds, just to click the button, and when you are setting the seconds in a Casio watch or whatever digital watch and you click the seconds, it will just set it to 0. So it's very easy, you know, like when the world time on a clock from which you're trying to get the time, like from a website like worldtime.com or whatever, where it's going like 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and then at 59 you click the seconds on your watch, like when you're in the time setup mode, you know, where you set up the minutes, the hours, so there you just click it and it goes to 0, and that's all you need. And whereas with the app, you have to go to the app, you have to set the settings, you have to place them together, then it creates these farting noises for like several minutes and you hope it works. I've tried stuff like putting a towel on top so it doesn't interfere, so other noises don't interfere. I've put stuff like on top of them so it isolates the noises, but it's much more of a hassle than doing this manual way, which and if you're saying, oh, you know, but that way it will be super accurate. Well, what does it matter if within a month it still goes like plus or minus 10 seconds or whatever, or 15 seconds? What does it matter that you are 1 or 2 seconds off if in like a month or 2 months it will be like 20 seconds off anyway? What does it matter? So apart from that, you know, the really useful thing I found was I'd still get the multi-band 6 watch because they come together with tough solar, which of course is useful, like so you don't have to change batteries every like 10 years with Casio. Here the tough solar will probably last like 20 years or maybe more. like I've gotten this watch used and it's still perfect. And yeah, but there's this marketing that watches with tough solar don't have batteries. Oh, they do have batteries. It's just like a different term for batteries. It's like it's the same type of rechargeable style battery that is like in a phone or whatever, where it's like a rechargeable battery, but it's still a battery. I don't know why the marketing says that, oh, it doesn't have a battery. It does have a battery. Okay, so apart from that, the best feature, yeah, as I mentioned, was the timer, where you can set it. Maybe some people will use just the countdown timer. Maybe some people will use like the count up timer, where it just counts the amount of time that has passed. Maybe that's for sporty people, but I haven't used it. Now, the feature that I thought I'd use, but that I never use anymore, is the alarm, because unfortunately, and that's because of the battery considerations, the alarm doesn't vibrate, and I like to sleep with earplugs, so when it does vibrate, there's like a 50-50 chance that I will miss it. So at the end I stopped using it, except maybe a couple of times I used it for just during the day, but even so, it's unreliable simply because it doesn't vibrate, and there are more reliable options. So yeah, the only real valuable thing that I found was just the countdown timer, because it's easy to set, it's quick to set, so that's useful. And yeah, there's the moon phase indicator, which are in some Casio watches. That's like a nice add-on, and I thought I'd use the tidal indicator as well on the 7900. Man, I hope I didn't mistake the name of the model, because it's like the GW7900, and I hope I didn't mistake it, because then I'll have to edit this entire video. But I thought I'd use it because I have a boat and whatever, but little did I know that it's only useful really in sort of near seas, whereas if you're like in a river, especially if there are like sloughs or whatever, then it doesn't work. So yeah, do your research before that, but still it's like a nice visual indicator of the time that has passed for the day, even though it sort of offsets with every day. It's still kind of neat, and I still like that overall all the visuals are quite large on the watch, and that it's waterproof, so I wouldn't exchange it for anything. So I really liked this watch, and it has this sort of nice optimistic vibe in the yellow color of the sort of the 90s, or like it has this it instantly gives you in this sort of happy nostalgic feel, like, oh, you're gonna go water skiing or whatever, even though I've never water skied. So guys, let me know what you think.